Why can I not see anything? Oh, this is awesome. Oh, there we go. So, we just had some technical problems, so I couldn't see you. For now, I can finally see you. It actually worked pretty well. The only thing I did miss is I can't remember what I said that made you give me the middle finger. I'm trying to remember now.
Too many things to mention, Graham.
There's probably several things.
Yeah.
There were several things. That was an absolute blast. I actually like recording on a Friday evening because I was just so tired after work, and now, like Si just said, I feel energized. I got a lot more energy than what I did before.
Well, we can do that if you want to, Graham, if going forward.
We'll have to see how it fits in. If we could do it, actually, it would be really helpful. I know our guest for next week, we already booked for that. The reason is our episodes of Good Cop, Bad Cop fall exactly where Mason has his lacrosse games. So I'm scheduled to miss like every single one of his games pretty much. And I was like, well, I have to because it's when Matt's available, and then we got to try and record. And anyway, so I was actually really happy for this week, so I could actually go and see. I kind of feel bad that I missed his first game because of wrestling, because of WrestleMania. But at the same time, it balanced it out because I missed Jackson's first T-ball game because we're at WrestleMania. So
He
you
did.
can't catch them all, but I would like to go
Oh
see.
no! The whole point is you gotta catch them all, Graham. I think you would agree to. You gotta catch them all.
I would like to certainly catch it. And lacrosse is actually kind of I don't know if you've seen lacrosse. It's not really that popular in England.
It is, but only for women.
Yeah, so it's a fast-paced game. Like I like watching it. Like
Oh,
I've
it's
been to see my
brutal.
school team play, but I have no idea. I have to keep asking, like, why was that a fact? Like if they hit him over the head with a stick, then I know,
Isn't
okay,
it
that's
basically hurling?
but some of the rules I just don't understand. Some of the times it seems like I think they can hit their opponent's stick, but I don't think they can hit the opponent. I think that's the difference.
Well, no, because otherwise it would just be a street fight, and that's what we like watching anyway.
I'd be all
Fine.
right with that. No holds
Tougher, mate.
barred. No holds
Tougher,
barred lacrosse.
tougher Mason up a little bit, wouldn't it?
Now, I don't have anything prepared for bonus moments at all. Like last week, I had something written down, and actually, I think I would have been totally messed up. So I was actually on WrestleMania Night 2. I was on the TW Takes Twitch feed with Marsh and Wrestling of the Rocks people. So I was talking about. I actually had a quiz. I actually had a quiz for you and Matt from Five Nerds Go because I was like, that's what they're known for, doing silly little quizzes. And then I kind of backed out of it a little bit because I was like, I don't know if this is age appropriate. And then when I talked to those guys, they had no idea. Did you know that Adam Ant is a cartoon character?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. So I didn't realize that. So do you know the singer Adam Ant?
I know him will stand and deliver, yeah?
Okay, so that was going to be the tenuous theme between the things. So I don't even know if I still have my notes from last week, but basically it was going to be, can you name the Adamant songs from
No.
where is it? From the lyrics. And obviously one of them was going to be Stand and Deliver, and some of them were not going to be Stand and Deliver. But then I suddenly realized you weren't even born when that Stand and Deliver came out, so...
Nope. I only know it because my stepdad once went to a fancy dress party. My mum went as Tina Turner, I think she went as, and my stepdad went as Adam Ants. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So do you know any other Adamant songs then?
Nope.
So this would have been totally pointless then.
Completely pointless.
All right. So the one from Stand and Deliver was, even though you fool your soul, your conscience will be mine, all mine, qua qua, da diddly qua qua. So I was just going to read them out in a monotone voice and then see if you could pick.
I'm sorry, Graham. Graham, were you right there? It's like you're having a stroke.
Well, that's why I liked it because it was nonsense words. Oh well. So the other ones I had were Ant Music, Apollo 9, which I really like, and Prince Charming. You must have heard of Prince Charming, though. I would
Yeah, he's a character in Snow White.
have. The Adamant song, Prince Charming.
I've never heard of Graham.
All right. So we're compiling a list for you. You have what do you have to watch? You have Monty Python and the Holy Grail,
Isn't it?
and then we've got Adamant song, Prince Charming to add.
I've seen the Holy Grail, Graham. Now.
Oh, you've seen it? Oh, well, come on then. You need to give us a film review, I think. I think that's only appropriate.
Would recommend.
That was it.
Well, to be fair, Graham.
Favorite moments?
Run away! Run away!
At some point, I can't wait to share it with Jackson as well because he hates the French accent, and I want to show him the clip when they're calling up to get into the castle, and they're all Go away, you English people. Your mother smells of elderberry and all that. I want to show him that whole segment because I know he's going to love that. He's seen the Black Knight segment because that's
Tis
class.
from scratch.
Have you not seen that segment before?
I've seen bits, Graham. Not in the whole film. I
Okay,
told you this
that's fine.
before.
That's fine. I wasn't sure if I was trying to find out your level of ineptitude at this point, but
To be fair.
oh, the my watching of Lion King, I think I might have told you, really upset one of my former students who's
You
a
did say
big.
this.
So anyway, I told her favorite film is Aladdin. So I said I'm going to watch that, but without the music. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm not talking to you anymore. We're done." So I said, what I do is I googled because I'm sure you know Aladdin. You probably love it. I googled like the top 10 songs from Aladdin, and I listened to the number one song, and I was like, "This is crap. I'm not listening. There's no way."
What was the song called?
I don't know. It was one that, oh gosh, Robin Williams sang. I know that, and that's about as much as I remember.
Friend Like Me.
I don't know. I hated it though. So I was like, if I hate the number one song from Aladdin, then so I am gonna watch Aladdin, but I'm gonna watch it. As soon as they start singing, I'm gonna skip 3 minutes and then catch it up again later. I think that's how I'm gonna watch all the Disney films that I've missed.
You might want
intolerable.
You might want to watch live action ones, Grand Ben, especially the remake of The Lion King because it hasn't got the bird isn't the bird is not played by your favorite Mr. Bean.
Oh, Mr. Yeah, that ruined it. That really did ruin it for me. Yeah,
I believe it's John Oliver this time.
Oh, it is. Oh, I like John Oliver.
Yeah. And obviously got James Earl Jones still playing Mufasa still. That's kind of good. And it's got Glover, Donald Glover,
playing Simba. Jones is my favorite film of all time, so that was definitely
Star Wars.
Not Star Wars, no. Field of Dreams.
Fair enough.
Yep. We talked about that the other week when I talked to JT Energy. They talked about he's going to try, or there was talk of trying to get a wrestling match at Field of Dreams. I'm like, oh, I'm there. If that happens, I am there. That's my favorite film. I would definitely be there for that. That would be such an iconic moment to have that. That would be such a unique event. But yeah,
I was listening back to our episode we did with CJ, and I was listening back to stuff that because that's still the best overture we've ever done. I was thinking about things I haven't seen that I should have seen. I'm struggling to think of some that I should have seen. No, because I thought, well, another one I should have seen, but I haven't. Some big films. In fact, the fact that you haven't seen half the Disney films is amazing to me, Graham. Still.
Yeah,
you have 2 kids under 14.
They watch them.
Yeah, but
see, I did. That's the difference. Growing up, I didn't watch them, and then if we tend to watch televisions, like everyone has their own screen now, so everyone kind of watches their own things. So sometimes we'll come together and say, "Hey, family movie night, let's come and watch something." But yeah, normally, to be honest, if it's on, and I'm like, I got better things I can watch, so I'll normally just watch something else. But I think my wife said that Bambi's not really that worth watching. I think I mentioned. I think she said that. I might be wrong.
It's not even a musical, Graham.
I might be wrong. The person that did like the Disney films, when I said I hadn't seen Snow White, she definitely said, "Yeah, that's not that important," to be honest. So I was like, "Oh, okay."
I can say, Graham, having met Snow White,
she's good for her age because that's a film from the 30s.
Yeah, but to be fair, I met her at Epcot in Germany because it was the German folktale, and she was the person playing her. She got her man down pretty well because she was like, "Oh, I want to slap you. Your voice is annoying." So she nailed the mannerisms perfectly. The voice is very grating. I'll give you that one. Yes. Yeah. You not seen Frozen, Graham?
I have seen Frozen. Yes, I haven't seen Frozen 2 though.
Yeah, Frozen 2 is
I have
not
the
as
Frozen
good.
soundtrack on my iPod, and I try not to listen to it.
Into the unknown. Into the unknown.
In fact, actually, the Let It Go came on my because I have a songs I have them on last played, so they kind of rotate when I haven't heard them for a long time, and that actually came on my iPod this week, and I was like, oh my gosh, what a perfect song for the middle of spring. Oh well.
So trying
to look what my most played. Obviously it's Let It Go, but I'm trying to see what my second most played song from that album is. Let's have a look. Love is an Open Door. That's the second one. Second most played.
I love that song. All
Yeah,
my
that
life
one's
has
alright.
been a series of doors in my face, and suddenly I run into you. I'll think the same thing, because I've been searching my whole life to find my own place. Maybe
Shall
it's
I go through my top five and then you can actually sing little snippets from each of them? All right. You
if
want
I
to go back
can.
to Let It Go? You want to do a little snippet?
Snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. I'm gonna stop there because I'm gonna
All
ruin
right.
it for
Number
everybody.
three. Do you want to build a snowman?
Do you wanna build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I never see you anymore. Come out the door. I think you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not.
Now, number five I recognize, but number four I don't recognize this. So you could bluff Matt and sing anything. Actually, technically, I have Let It Go again because it appears on the album more than once, but I'm going to skip that because we already did it. The Trolls. I don't actually recognize that song.
That
Not from the name, anyway.
that would be from a Trolls movie, I'm
No,
guessing.
it's not. It's track 10. It's on Frozen. It says album by artist Frozen.
Oh, I don't know that one. I think it might be more an orchestral number.
Oh, okay.
I certainly don't know that one off the top of my
And
head,
that
no.
might be possibly why it appeared. Yeah, I didn't give it a particularly high rating. And the fifth one on the list, I definitely recognize this one straight away. Fixer Upper.
I have not memorized that song.
Oh, not even a little snippet.
I'll tell you that one, sorry.
Wow. Okay, perhaps we'll save that for next week. That'll get people to wanting to tune back in again. Hear Matt Willis singing some songs. All right. Anything else to natter about?
I'm a bit concerned about Canada Grand moment. Today I found out the Canadian Grand Prix has been probably cancelled
Well, actually,
because
because of
of
COVID, right?
yes, because Canada has now gone past America in
Yeah.
terms of the amount of apparently experts say that it could increase 600% by June if public health measures are weak and vaccination rates do not pick up. Last week, for the first time since the pandemic began, Canada registered more cases per million than the US.
Yeah.
22% of Canadians have received the first dose compared to 37% in the US, and it's 32 and a half, nearly 33 million in the UK who've received the first dose, and just under 9 million have received both doses here, which is great. Um, yeah, Ontario is starting to, well, Justin Trudeau, who is sketchy, shall we say? From what I've seen, he's not. I can say that he's not. He's not my president. Um, the fact that they decided to get their vaccines through COVAX, the thing which is designed for like Africa and places like that, I'm like, why are you doing it that way? You've got money, Canada.
Yeah, they do. Because
These
they
countries haven't
yeah.
got the money.
Mm.
No, the French, isn't it? What? They speak French, don't they?
Sure, sure. I did see today they did talk about the fact, and I think this is kind of known anyway, that it sounds like this is going to need to be a yearly thing though as well. So you're going to need like a 12 monthly top up. So this will be like a regular thing. Once a year, you'll go just like you would if you. Well, I was gonna say we're always recommended that we get a flu shot as teachers, and particularly with having kids as well, we're recommended to get it. But yeah, it sounds like for the COVID, it'll be the same sort of thing. It'll be
Mm.
a regular thing. But yeah.
I'm
No, the British figures though I saw because I did look again because I'm always curious. I'm going to say the rate that it's dropped since like December or January, and
yeah,
it's just phenomenal. It's just nosedive.
90% apparently since
Yeah,
January. Last week it's down a third again.
yeah.
Today it was announced the JCVI who decides who should and shouldn't have vaccines. Pregnant women should now be offered the vaccine, apparently, which is
Mm.
great news, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, there's a couple of other things. Raul Castro has stepped down as the Cuban party leader, apparently, today,
Mm.
which I found interesting. And possibly a little bit surprising, of course, is that Da Vinci's sexuality is being reflected in a new series, apparently, of So that's interesting. We've got a new TV series on Amazon Prime about Leonardo da Vinci and his sexuality to be explored properly. Of course, we know obviously you played Assassin's Creed 2, boys and girls, but Grab hasn't done that. and of course, His Royal Highness the Prince Philip. Obviously, his funeral is yesterday. If you're listening to this, I wasn't a royal. I'm not a royalist to be fair, but obviously my thoughts are with Her Majesty the Queen.
I'm going to make a connection. Seems we just had Cy from Chain Wrestling on as our guest this week. I'm going to take that chain of Da Vinci and I'm going to take it a couple of things. One thing I saw on Facebook this week that I didn't realize. You know the statue of David, Michelangelo's statue.
Yes.
Did you realize how tall it was?
It's reasonably tall.
I thought it was 6 foot. I thought it was like to scale. I didn't realize it was 17 feet tall.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
God, that thing's huge. I saw it. They showed you a picture of somebody next to it. I was like, whoa, mind blown. I was not alone. There was a lot of people who had no idea that it was anything close to that size. But yeah, totally blew my mind. My other thing to do with artists, and this one is specifically to do with Da Vinci, the top 10 list of when we have films, we kind of talked about our favorite ones. One of mine that's a controversial pick actually features features actually the character as well. Hudson Hawk. Have you seen that film?
Hudson Hawk, I have not. No, I've got to say, I'm sorry.
I've only met one other person that actually likes that film, but I love that film. That's one of my favorites. I haven't seen it in at least 5 years. I think that might be on my to-do list very soon to watch it again. I find it very, very funny. But yeah, most people hate it. It went down really well in Europe, but it absolutely bombed in America. American audiences didn't get it. They were used to seeing Bruce Willis in things like Die Hard, Die Hard 2, etc., etc. And then they suddenly do, oh, he's doing a comedy role, and they didn't get it. They were like, well, this is not what he not anyway. But people in Europe, definitely appreciated it far more. I certainly did. I thought it was great.
That's fair enough. I'm trying to think of other films that I have. You ever seen Devil Wears Prada, Graham?
I have not. No,
You'd
I know
you'd love a Devil Wears Prada. Yeah, I've never seen Breakfast at Tiffany's either. I've never seen.
I haven't seen a lot of those classics.
Yeah, but I'm supposed to have seen these things apparently. So
apparently, yeah. Every time I hear my Grease soundtrack come on, I keep thinking about you. Like you still haven't watched it yet.
Titanic. I've seen that film before.
I have not seen Titanic.
I have, so it's fine.
You're good.
I'm allowed to watch Titanic because
What about some of the coming over here? What we watch in Britain is not always the same. So a lot of the classic '80s films, like I'd never seen. Like, have you seen like Fast Times at Ridgemont High? I might not even be saying the right name. Have you seen like Breakfast Club? Have you seen like 16 Candles?
I haven't seen that, and I've never seen the Breakfast Club, but I do know the song. Don't you forget about me. Because I've watched Pitch Perfect.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the other one. Ferris Bueller's Day Out. I'm assuming you've seen that one, probably.
No.
Okay. I hate that film. All those films that I've just mentioned, like I think I finally went around to watching some of them. I haven't seen 16 Candles. I know that one, but I started watching the other ones. I didn't get them. I don't know if it's just because it's a very American specific thing, but I didn't like them. I didn't think they were funny. I didn't think they were clever. But yeah, Ferris Bueller, I did not like that one at all, which bemused many of my American friends when I told them that. But hey, perhaps it's me. Perhaps it's me. If I watch Disney films without listening to the songs, perhaps it's me.
Well, here's some classic films then, Graham. Have you ever seen The Goonies?
I have, but not since it came out. I haven't seen. I mentioned that recently. I was like, I haven't seen that since it came out, so I don't know much about it.
When did it come out, Graham?
It was like 85, 86.
Yeah, like 84. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it came out, the scene where the kid landed in the water with the pirate ship.
Yeah, I've seen that. But yeah.
That because I listened to the director's commentary for that. Apparently, when the kids turn and look at it, that's the first time the kids saw the pirate ship. They were not allowed to see it until that moment. They wanted their natural reaction to it.
Oh.
And that's the one take. I'm like, Spielberg, chef's kiss.
That's one of my favorite things about Die Hard. The scene when Hans Gruber falls down the building, supposedly, and they do the green screen and everything. And they say, "We're going to drop you on 3," and then they dropped him on 1, so it was a natural reaction because he wasn't expecting that. I like it when they go to those little touches like that. It makes all the difference when you get a natural reaction.
Speaking about Mr. Gruber, obviously, let's not talk about the third film because it wasn't as good as the first one. Never will be. But when can you see Alan Rickman in that film? Obviously playing Gruber fantastically.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anyone overact a part more than Alan Rickman in Die Hard? I mean, we talked about people not selling on the show earlier. This is someone who sold it like Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan. Sitting on a beach collecting 20%. I've never seen a man go so ballistic. I love it. It's
We
so.
said we weren't going to talk about MGB and JGB, but have you listened to MGB this week?
I have not yet. No, but
Uh, I was
it's
curious
actually
to
my
hear
listening
what
at
your
work.
thoughts were on that specifically. Mike said he loved the fact that Jackson gave that match 10 out of 10. Michaels versus Hogan. I have never laughed. I told you, I laugh a lot on The Devil's Advocate and I have tears. I was laughing so much at that match. I had no idea the level that was at. And it was just hilarious to put the boys in front and see what they thought of it. But yeah, Jackson gave that match 10 out of 10.
That
Perhaps he
sounds
just likes overselling as well.